And we are live. Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. It's Nicole and Megan, and we are going to talk about all things Orlando theme parks and attractions. We both live close to Orlando, and we're usually always there, for different media events and stuff like that. And we said, hey, you know what? Why not do a talk show about this stuff since we're always doing it anyways? My co-host is Meagan Goldbridge. And Megan, why don't you tell everybody where you blog at and where they can find you online?
All right. Well, my name is Megan. I am Meagan Gets Real. So you can find me a couple different places. I am on YouTube as Meagan Gets Real. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, a little bit of everywhere. And then I run a Real Talk for Real Moms Facebook show weekly on my Facebook page, Meagan Gets Real. And I talk a lot about travel and such through the blog and through an email newsletter and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Awesome. And I am Nicole Mucci, guys, over at the Creative Stay at Home Mom. I do a lot of different Disney things and a bit of different things in Orlando. You can find me at thecreativestayatHomeMom.com. And I am the Creative Sam on all my social media channels. So with that being said, our first episode today, we're going to talk about new things that are happening at SeaWorld, Legoland, and Disney. So we are super excited about that. So we're going to kick it off with Legoland. Megan, you went to the media event about, what was it, 2 weeks ago, a week ago?
About that, yeah.
And there's like a whole new spectrum of rides and everything going on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, what can we expect if we go and what kind of rides are new and all that good stuff.
All right. So we went out to Lego Movie World, which is their newest land. And I was really impressed with it because Legoland generally brings things more for the younger children. Mm-hmm. And this is the first land that they've done that I really feel engages that tween teenage marker. They have a new ride, and I'm going to forget the name of it because I always do. It's a flight school. And what that is it's very similar in concept to Soarin'. So you're going to go, except they've changed it up a lot. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit in a seat, you're going to buckle across the lap, and you kind of have the same hanging foot feel. But instead of like Soarin' where it goes up, this is actually going to turn you around and take you into a screen that goes like under you and all the way above you. And so you're able to watch it. The neat thing about the way that this one's set up is that you still have the smell, you still have the water mist effects, but they happen a lot more frequently than they do on Soarin'. And so you have, the smell of like cotton candy when you're on Cloud Cuckoo, and you have, the smell. To me, it smells like Christmas trees when you go through the medieval area. But it's a really fun ride. If you have a sensory kid who doesn't like getting wet, they might not like it just because it does mist them. Yeah. So that's just something to keep in mind if you have a kiddo that doesn't love that. They also have Unikitty's Disco Drop, which is it's like a vertical just drop and bounce kind of thing, but you're also rotating.
Oh, man.
Now, the difference with that is it's an over-the-head harness system, so it's not like a buckle across the lap. So that leaves kids feeling a little more secure. And it's a very gentle bounce. It's not like, Tower of Terror or something to that effect. It's a much more gentle drop. They've also added Battle for Bricksburg, which if you've ever done Universal and know how Popeye is, kind of the same soaking wet when you get off the ride concept. You're going to get drenched because everybody has squirt guns on the ride, and then everybody has squirt guns standing alongside the outside of the ride, squirting you on your boat. So you're going to get soaked by waterfalls. You're going to get soaked by squirt guns from other people, and you're going to have fun. And then as far as food goes over there, they have a taco stand. It's a taco every day.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes, except it's taco every day because why? It's Tuesday. And they have a lot of different fresh options there. So it's not going to be like your dry theme park greasy food that you're used to. Mm-hmm. It's a lot more fresh fare. And they have sopapilla that is so good. Everybody in the family loved it. What else is in that land? You can meet and greet with a few of the different characters. General Mayhem was a favorite of everybody there. And then let me see what else is in the new land. There's a big play center right in the middle. It's a spaceship. And that's a lot of fun. And then the thing that my daughter liked about that is the age on that goes all the way to 14. So your bigger kids can go up and they can play in that as well. So it's not going to be just for the littles, while the bigger ones, hello. It's not going to just for the little ones, which the bigger ones really will appreciate. And the nice thing is everything in that land is included in your ticket price already, except for the food, obviously. So you're not going to have to get a separate pass in order to go into Legoland and enjoy that.
That's cool. So, so what I'm hearing is basically this like new land is really, really cool for like preteens and even, you know, teenagers and stuff. So it's pretty much like for everyone. Because I do feel like, you know, Legoland is the perfect age for my kids because they're in that 3 to 7, you know, age gap. And so I always felt like Legoland was perfect for them because the rides were smaller, you know, it was kind of catered to them. But this is great. I think this is really going to expand Legoland's demographic as far as like who is going to come and the rides that they can ride, because now it's like a broader age group. So
definitely. I would agree with that completely. And I think that the other nice thing about it is that it's still going to be friendly to those smaller kids. So they're still going to find something that they can enjoy and characters they identify with. So you're going to be able to have fun with those older kids and be able to really take a full family to Legoland. And it's more immersive than I would say a lot of their other lands. It takes, if you've been to Ninjago, you know Ninjago is fairly immersive, but this one takes it up another level so that you almost feel like you're a Lego minifigure walking around in the land.
That's true. How do you feel about Legoland being, you know, sensory friendly?
Okay, so it depends on the sensory issues of the kid. Because if you have an issue with a lot of loud noises, I've found that Legoland is a lot gentler and a lot safer because they don't do a fireworks show every single day and they don't have loud pops randomly going off. So you're able to have that. As far as crowds, the park is really good about spreading people out. So you don't have any cluster of now, obviously the new Lego Movie World's going to be packed because it's cool. But in general, they spread the crowds out really well. And there's a lot of areas where kids with sensory issues can kind of run off some steam and then go back and join the crowd later on if they need to. So
that's true. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a different dynamic. And now we're getting close to summertime, so the water park's going to be open. So now you can enjoy, you know, both the park and the water park as well. So
we were really surprised by the water park because we hadn't been before, and I was expecting it to be a lot smaller, but it really is a good size. And I love that you can build Legos on all the different water areas because that's so fun for younger kids. Oh.
Yeah. I really liked it too. I mean, we've gone twice to the water park and we've always had fun. So especially with the wave pool and the lazy river and stuff, those are always fun.
Definitely.
But awesome. So that was Legoland. So we're going to move on to SeaWorld.
Now, you went to the event for SeaWorld. I didn't go to that one. So Sesame Street World, I saw some of your Instagram stories and stuff like that and different things that you were posting. So people, you need to follow her on social if you aren't already because she shared some stuff. But I saw that Big Bird was there. So I'm super jealous that you got to meet Big Bird. But tell everybody, what can they find in Sesame Street Land?
Oh my gosh, I really think they did an excellent job. I mean, you know, we've always had, you know, I've always thought about Sesame Street, and then I'm always like, oh, Busch Gardens has, you know, that theme going on for the kids. But this is like a whole different level. I mean, the kids can just immerse themselves in Sesame Street. Everything is interactive. It's very hands-on. My kids had a blast. They gave us these Elmo bubble wands. And when you get the bubble wands, you can actually turn it on, and that actually will make it interact with different things that are throughout the park. They have like 30 different things to interact with this wand. And basically, like, you know, the characters will talk to you or different things might pop out. It's really cool. They have like a wall that we loved that has different colors and all the different characters. And then the cool thing is like you can build your own monster. The kids really had a good time with Big Bird at story time. So he does that. Well, Big Bird will be there and they'll read a story. It's so, so cute. There's super friendly rides. We went on a couple of them. There's like a choo-choo train. They have a huge playground that they put in there that looked amazing. We couldn't go on there because it was still closed, but it's really big. And it has one of the drops that was there before. It's like a Cookie Monster thing where it kind of, goes up and down. And the splash pad. Okay, I loved the splash pad. It is big, and it's overall just really, really fun. I don't know if you guys remember SeaWorld when they had the huge, Sea Harbor thing, and it was like this huge maze where like your kids could go like up these ladders and stuff. And I was always like paranoid because I'm like, where's mine? Where can I find them and stuff? And I just really love that this is it's big, but I feel like you can enjoy your time and you don't feel like your kids are like, it's not like I could be like, oh, where is Geo or where's Sebastian? Like there they are, that kind of thing. And the parade was amazing. They did an excellent job. Like the music, just the interaction. They pull the kids to dance with them and stuff. And it's just so, so cool, seeing some of the characters that we've fallen in love with over time. Like you could take a picture with Oscar the Grouch. I was like, oh my God.
That's gold right there.
Yeah, like Bert and Ernie, I'm like, what? Count Dracula. And so, yeah, the merchandise is really cute. And they have food trucks. So there's like 3 different food trucks all together. And they have different things. You could get chicken. You can get sandwiches. They have these really cool drinks that are like ices, but they have ice cream in them. So they're really, really yummy. And so, yeah, I think overall it's just it was great. It was a great addition to SeaWorld. It makes me even want to go even more now, that they have that. And so I'm just really thrilled that opened up.
Okay.
So
now, question for you, just because I heard that they added in the character from Sesame Street with the autism, Juliet.
yes.
Now,
Yeah.
did you do meet and greets? Do you know? Because I know she's in the parade from what I heard.
Yeah, she's in the parade. I did not see her for the meet and greets, but that doesn't mean that she might not be there.
Okay.
She wasn't there for when we were there.
Makes sense.
But yeah, but it was super cute, and I just think that this was a smart move by SeaWorld. I think more people are going to flock over there. I think it's something different, and I love that it's sensory friendly. It's not overload or anything like that, and I just think it's going to be a blast, and it's fun for everyone. I can't just say, oh, this is just for little kids. I mean, even for myself that grew up on Sesame Street, like I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting to like see these characters and take pictures with them and stuff like that, and like I'm here with my kids who are growing up with this, So I thought that was really cool.
Now, I did see on the website that you can buy seating for the parade. Do you feel like that was needed based on crowd levels, or do you think that's something that will become an issue later?
I think it'll be good for crowd because, I mean, everybody's going to want to see it. It's like crowd control. When we went, I mean, of course, it was just us. So we just, sat on the street and we were fine. But, yeah, I definitely think that's a smart move because, you want a good spot to watch it. You want a good spot to be able to see everything really well. So I think it will be good, especially because of the crowds and everything, especially for the summer. The splash pad is going to be like, everybody's going to be like, ooh, yeah, take the kids to the splash pad. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. But anywho, so that's SeaWorld. So we've talked about Legoland and SeaWorld. So now we are going to move on to Disney because Disney just opened up the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy, and we both went to that. So I kind of want to get your perspective, Megan, on what you thought about it. And since your kids are older than mine, I just kind of want to get your perspective on what you think.
Okay, so I'm going to be bluntly honest. I thought this was going to be a different kind of show than what it was. So when I saw the name of it, I thought it was going to be more of a stunt show with Lightning McQueen and some of the different cars getting out there and doing different things. I was not expecting to walk into an auditorium per se. And so that was an initial kind of shift. And I'm thankful that I saw it on YouTube first, because I think it would have confused me actually being there. But I thought that I only went with the 9-year-old. I didn't bring the 12-year-old. I do think the 12-year-old would appreciate the AC and being able to sit, but I don't know that this show would really keep her interest, just because I think that it's targeted more towards younger children. Or, if you're older and you like cars, it would be a natural fit. But my youngest absolutely ate it up. He loved the show. He loved that, the immersiveness of it. He really enjoyed kind of the full screen feel, because it gave you somewhere to look no matter where you were sitting. And we really appreciated that. I personally was really impressed with the animatronic. I mean, that was very well done to look at Lightning McQueen and feel like, hey, this is a legit car, but it's not. But you can almost feel like, hey, for a minute, I'm at Racing Academy with Lightning. So
yeah.
You?
I have to agree. I brought both of the boys, and my boys are 3 and 7, and they loved it. But I mean, they are really into cars. They're really into. I mean, my son has a Mater truck that he plays with daily. My 3-year-old. So when he saw him on screen, it was just like, oh, look who's that, and. They were really into it. And like you said, the animatronic really got me because it looked super, super lifelike. And my kids were like, my 3-year-old was like, that's Lightning McQueen. Like, he's really here, like he was eating it up. And I went in there and I didn't know what to expect. First I was like, maybe it's a ride, we get into because, at Disneyland, they actually have a Cars ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, maybe it's, something like that or something like, something similar. So when it was, something like more of a show, I was like, okay, is this really going to work? How is this going to be, kind of thing. And then once we saw it, it's pretty cool, to kind of be there and stuff like that. It's a cute little show. But
the only thing I would pull, I think, if I could do anything with the show, is Mater's song at the beginning. That song drove me nuts. But you have younger kids. How'd they do with the song? Did they enjoy the song?
Yeah, my 3-year-old was like, okay.
Maybe it's great for younger ones. My son was like making faces. He was like, Mom, what's up with Mater?
Yeah. I think, for the young kids, I think this is going to be a great thing. Which, you know what? I honestly feel that Hollywood Studios kind of needed something to up their toddler preschool game. I mean, we have the Disney Junior Dance Party, and we have a couple of different shows, but overall, ride-wise, we have Toy Story Land now, but there's still some things that the little ones still can't do. So I feel like if this was a good addition for, the smaller kids, and gives it a feel for everyone to go. Because I'm always like, if you have younger kids, maybe go to Magic Kingdom, spend your time at Animal Kingdom, spend your money there versus Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and stuff like that. But I feel like now that they're revamping Epcot, now that they're revamping Hollywood Studios and all that, I feel like it's now coming to an inclusion where everyone in the family can enjoy every single park. So
I would agree. I would tell everybody, go ahead and check your park map for 2 reasons. One, you're going to want to know when the dance party show is, just because that is so fun. Mm-hmm. They throw frisbees, they get to dance, they get to have a blast. Also, if you don't know where you're looking for it, you might not find it because it's back past Rock and Roller Coaster. So unless you know to go back there, you're not going to realize it's back there because there's not a great deal. At least when we went, it may change now. There's not a great deal of signage saying, hey, let's go back this way for cars. Yeah. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that park map, or at least look in your app and kind of figure out where it's at and look at times for the show.
I agree. And I was going to say the merchandise was really cute. I have to say we loved the merchandise. Of course, my kids were bugging me to, get their hands on some of that stuff, but I didn't. And I didn't check, but did you see if there were pins for cars?
My husband did some of the pictures of the merch. Did you see any pins for cars? He doesn't remember, but I'll have to look back and see in my footage. I'm not exactly sure. We're big pin traders, so I sure hope so.
Yeah, because I know my kids have got, started into pin trading, and I was going to see if they had anything like that. But overall, that was really, really, really fun. But yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff coming to Orlando. There's a lot of things opening. It's funny because every time something opens at a park, everybody else follows. So we had Legoland open something new. We had SeaWorld. And ironically, they both opened the same day, which was crazy. So that's why I couldn't go to Legoland, because I was like, one is 2 hours and one is an hour away from me, so I was like, I'd rather send somebody to Legoland. And Disney's opening Star Wars Land, and
counting the days,
right? I think next week or sometime at the end of this, I think it's April 17th, Busch Gardens is opening their new ride.
My daughter's doing an overnight camp there for school, and she cannot wait to check out some of the new rides. And
does she like roller coasters?
She's getting there. She conquered all 3 mountains at Disney last week.
Oh, very cool.
I was very proud of her because that was a push. And I'll have you know that I rode Tower of Terror with Priscilla.
Nice.
So I did. Yeah. For those who don't know yet, you come to find out I am a massive wimp. This one comes.
I just feel honored that Megan went on Tower of Terror for the first time with me.
My husband said thank you.
And she did fine. She was perfectly fine. So, but yeah, I do think that that's going to be cool. I mean, supposedly it's one of the tallest roller coasters or something like that. I'm not really sure. I have to read more up on it, but I'm sure we're going to be hearing something about Universal opening. Well, I mean, Haggard's.
Oh, girl, Hagrid.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm not like, I have to admit, I'm not like a big Harry Potter fan. I watch the movies, but I'm like not in depth,
I'm crazy excited for Hagrid's bike thing. We're going to shorten the name of that ride. I'm telling you, because the name of it's like a mile long. It's like mythical creature bike through the world of blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But no, I watched some of the initial footage of the testing on that ride.
Yeah.
And even though it goes backwards, I'm still riding it because it's Harry Potter.
Well, I mean, have you ever ridden Mount Everest?
No.
Well, you got to do that because that goes backwards too.
Yeah, that's what I'm being told repeatedly.
If you conquer that one, you should be perfectly fine for the other one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, though. I'll ride most things Harry Potter just because it's Harry Potter.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of the parks have something going on. You know what I mean? So
it's true. It's true.
So we'll see. I mean, and after Disney opens Star Wars Land, I'm pretty sure something else is going to happen. Every year there's something new going on. So we'll just have to see. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, so this was cool. So me and Megan are going to be doing this show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys have any questions about Orlando, want to know what's happening, theme park wise, attraction wise, or if you want to know about any new things going on in the area, make sure you guys tune in to the show on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Because we will be here. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. And if you have any questions or you have any comments, make sure to drop them and we will make sure to answer them. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks, Megan, for being my co-host. I enjoyed talking to you.
I had fun.
Yep. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you, guys.